So beginning with the Threadle wrap, I'm using the hand closest to the wing to bring her in. So I'm making sure to turn my feet to face the dog, and alternating between inside hand means come to the inside and the cross arm means go away. So I'm pulling her in towards me and flipping her head away. Now you may need to lure this initially if they're not turning their head away nicely. And you may need to use a wider object if you have a dog that needs to widen out a little bit. This dog turns quite well. So pulling in and rewarding. So I really want to make sure that she understands the difference between going around one side of the obstacle versus the other. Here I'm just changing her setup angle a little bit. So by changing angles, again, you can see she comes one side and the other. So by changing that angle of approach, you make sure that they can read the turn from wherever you happen to be. Now here I'm starting to do a little bit of a different approach again. So she's not seeing the wing face on. You never know what angle the judge is going to give you. Here we're actually going into a 360 wrap. So notice that my feet stay completely straight. There I'm just balancing to make sure she's not always thinking coming in. So my feet are staying straight and my cross arm is doing the turn away. You can also use a directional here or a Threadle wrap cue, so it'd be up to you what you would want to use as a verbal cue. Always balancing between taking it and coming in, especially for this dog because she pattern trains very quickly. So she likes to be a smarty pants and figure out what I'm about to do before I do it. So again, that cross arm's going to mean to come in and slice. Now there I actually did the slice, and the difference between that and the wrap is just foot position, and my verbal cue is in hop. So I'm using in hop, which is my extension cue, versus in dig dig dig, which is my wrap cue. So that's an in dig dig dig, which tells her to come in and wrap. You can use whatever verbal cues you want. I tend to use combination verbals because I have a harder time at this point remembering all my different verbal cues, so I just add multiple cues together. Once they understand on one jump, you can start to add two jumps. So it's important to turn to face the dog before you actually push them back behind you on the jump. So you're going to turn in, they threadle, and you're already facing the next obstacle. Remember that your feet are the future, your hands are the present, so it's important that your feet get turned wherever the next obstacle tends to be. Now here I've moved the jumps up a little bit more parallel, so she has a little bit more turn herself that she has to do. So here they're a bit offset, so this is going to be more challenging for her. She has to pull off a little bit more. And again, balancing out with a 180, just to make sure she's not just blindly doing the pattern. Now here I actually go to do a wrap, but I did not get her nose soon enough. So again, notice that my feet are going straight. So here, flipping her back and turning. My feet are the difference between the Threadle slice, which she did there, and the Threadle wrap. So when I want the Threadle slice, my feet are going to be facing where I want her to land. And when I'm doing the Threadle wrap, my feet are going to be facing straight. Again, I do have different verbal cues for this, but she can actually do it just on body signal as well. And balancing out with some 180s to make sure she's not just picking a pattern. So again, doing the Threadle wrap the other way. Again, I was a little bit late getting that hand in there, so I need to be able to show her. Doing some multiple wraps just to keep her a little bit more focused. And I feel like her turns are a bit wide on the multiple wrap. So I keep repeating it until I feel like she's paying attention.